Thank you very much.
Wow, that's quite a title. You've done a lot of interesting things, but tell us about the award you're winning.
Well, before the award, if you don't mind, Rick, can you just tell us, because I think it goes in a nice sequence, why don't you tell us, because this is why you got the award partially, about the Arava Institute and the Hazon Israel Bike Ride, what it is.
Yeah, we ride in Israel to raise money for two great institutions, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. We ride generally about 300 miles from Jerusalem to Eilat, from the middle of the country to the south. It's 5 days of riding with a day of rest. People learn to appreciate the Sabbath or Shabbat in a different way after you've ridden 2 days at about 50 or 60 miles a day. And we've been doing this now. This will be our 10th year. We've brought well over 1,000 riders to Israel as a part of that, and raised north of $2.5 million for these wonderful organizations.
Fantastic. Howie, when does the race take place?
It's a ride, not a race. That's one of the.
For me, it was a race.
That's okay.
It's one of the important things. It's all about having a good time. We have strong riders who really think about themselves as racing, and we have other people who haven't done a lot of riding but use this as motivation to get themselves in shape, and many have talked about it as life-changing experiences.
Is it over, hopefully it's over the summertime?
The ride now takes place in the fall.
Okay.
Which is still warm in Israel.
Right.
In the early years, we used to do it in the spring in May, and the temperatures would regularly hit 100 or 110 degrees. And so we moved it to the fall, where we get nice 70 and 80 and 90-degree weather.
And what was the conception of this race? How did it all come about? Ride. I'm sorry, ride. I'm used to competitive sports.
Rick's very competitive.
The ride really started in order to help raise money for the Arava Institute for Environmental Studies.
Which you should describe the Arava, because it's quite a unique institution.
The Arava Institute for Environmental Studies, which is based on Kibbutz Keturah, which is just north of Eilat, in the middle of the desert, is a premier environmental studies institute and program in the Middle East, bringing together future Arab and Jewish leaders to work cooperatively to solve the future environmental problems of the Middle East.